Okay, we're going to attempt to get our fruit trees in the ground today and the strawberries that we have. So we need to take our trees over to the garden and get them into some water so they can soak while we prep the ground. And then here's our strawberries that we're gonna get into the ground also. And there we go. Mostly I think we have 2 of each. So we have cherry, apple, peach, plum, and pear.
Yum, and strawberries.
So we're gonna fill this bucket up with some water, and so we can put the roots of the trees in there to soak while we prep the ground. We have some family here today helping. Shaunna is here helping, and over here you can see Tyler's over there. He's helping. That's my brother. He's digging up the trees for me, and then me and Shaunna are gonna get started on the strawberries. We're gonna spread some chicken coop awesomeness over the top, and then we'll put compost and then some mulch on top to keep them nice and moist, and hopefully they thrive. And the cool thing is I planted some garlic last spring because I didn't know garlic was a fall thing, but I left it and you can see they're starting to come up again. They kind of died back last year and I wasn't sure what was gonna happen, and it looks like they're regenerating, so that's really cool. So we'll have some garlic, unplanned garlic. We're gonna pull our strawberry things apart.
Is it okay if it kind of floats in the whole green part? Like,
oh yeah, they said just stick it in water, get them wet, so the roots can rehydrate. And they said strawberries can be a little bit tricky because you want to get it, you want the roots to be covered, but you don't want to go past that little ball thing. Look, there's life!
Woohoo!
Hey!
So like right.
I've been trying to grow strawberries for ever since I had a Mother's Day. I have yet to eat. I think I've eaten in my lifetime of strawberries that I've tried to grow. In my lifetime, I think I've eaten a total of like 3 strawberries. Because they just never take.
So hopefully this will be the year.
I know. I'm like, please, I just want to grow strawberries and eat them. All right, so we got our strawberries in. So exciting to see the green life poking through. Got them all the way down our bed. So fun. All right, so we're getting the fruit trees. They're getting them put in. We got our cherry ones here. We just got to get the mulch on the bottom and prune them out. We got the plums over here. We'll get those pruned out. Those ones got a lot of branches. And then we've got our pear.
How's that for the spacing?
Good. Can you turn him? So that, yep, like that. So then I don't have to prune those ones out.
Okay, just have to dig a little bit.
You're so kind.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, that one's way shorter.
Yeah. We found these guys on the cheap.
Cheap labor. Hey, I fed you lunch.
That's true.
Your videos some drama. Oh my eye! We had to run to the hospital.
Do it.
Oh. Well, we were actually just joking.
Oh, you just like do it.
Oh. How'd you do that?
I'm like struggling to get in the ground.
Closer?
Definitely did.
Oh, that was fun.
Now get it out. That's
That's what we want.
it's so long.
It's not moving. I don't know if it needs more
There you
digging.
go. You guys can start your own farm workout thing. All these creative ways to work out on the farm.
It has to come out and build your own farm.
Or what's it called? CrossFit. This is farm CrossFit.
Farm fit
Farm fit.
could be a thing.
It could be.
Oh yeah, go Shaunna, go.
Of course, Tyler did this one.
You got it from here. All right, what are we going to call this episode?
Tree planting.
How about like wannabe arborists?
Replacing my
Arborist in training.
Tree refurbishers.
Fruit Loops. Fruity Farm.
healthy fruit.
We call this episode the Fruit Loops. Hey, I lived on a farm before. Not really.
Not really.
I lived next to a farm before.
Oh, you lived on one.
But we didn't maintain
There was a garden on there that was farm. Around it was farm.
No fun.
Any last words? Tyler, Shaunna?
It was fun.
It's been real. It's easy. You guys should totally get a farm. Nothing. You need some shovels and some fruit trees and some able bodies. You're good to go.
And free labor.
And free labor. So if you want to come get a hard workout,
I don't know, was this free?
there's food.
There was no money involved, but there was food involved.
Or was there money involved?
Because I'm burning hot.
Oh, it's getting warm out here, huh?
Well, it is getting kind of chilly, and that's good, because then I can, get some fresh air. Which I need fresh air, because I'm hot.
Yeah?
It's really hot out here. When it's warm out days, you get hot. When it's cold out days, you get cold. And when you get cold, that's good, because then you won't burn the sun. The sun is like 100 feet away from
Yeah?
yeah.
Can you get the gate?
I need to walk it.
I didn't.
He'll be in it. I saw him coming in. Can I put the ramp right there?
Yeah, can you lift up the tire for me? Can you pick it up and put it on top of the wood? Yes, good job, thanks.
Well, we could just put that.
Okay, can you open that gate for me?
Yeah.
Wow, you're a good helper. So we got all the berries in yesterday. Now we got the compost in. Now we're putting the mulch layer on to help keep the moisture in so that the strawberries have a better chance of staying
Hold it really high.
moist without having to water them constantly. That's the hope.
I'm coming inside. What? know the video's still going, right?
Alright, so we got the wood chips in. Looks really cool. Looks more fresh and gardeny instead of just a big trough of dirt and weed. And then we've got the trees out here. I got those watered this morning. Those next. It's supposed to be a pretty warm week this week, so I'm going to get those fruit trees pruned because a couple of them are already wanting to bud out. So that'll be next on the list. Oh, one more thing I wanted to show you also is that when you're pruning trees, I learned that you need to clean your pruners in between each tree so that it doesn't spread disease, or if there's any kind of whatever, it doesn't jump from tree to tree. Apparently you can lose a whole orchard if that is the case. So what you do, just get some rubbing alcohol, I put some in a cup is what I had, and then before I started pruning, I took my shears, I just dipped them in the rubbing alcohol. And then after I finished pruning a tree, I did the same thing. Dipped them in the rubbing alcohol to help sterilize them as you prune your trees back. That was another helpful hint that I learned from this YouTuber. I'll put the link right here. Okay, so I'm gonna prune the fruit trees. This is technically my second go around because our last batch from last year did not make it because we had a late frost, so I did get to prune those last spring. We just got these in the ground yesterday. The lady at the nursery told me prune back the ones that branches that I want to keep. They need to be pruned back about a third of the way, and then I'm going to cut off a lot of the small wispy ones so that all the energy can go straight to the strongest branches. Okay, so my plan is I'm planting together. I'm going to keep the insides of the trees clean so that as they grow, when they're in full bloom and they're mature, it'll just look like one big tree. I have a third peach tree coming that'll go over here. So I want to kind of check. This one's already starting to bud. We're going to trim out the ones that we don't want anymore. So we definitely don't want some of these little wispy ones because they just draw energy from the plant. I don't even know if I want these ones down here. They're pretty low. So we'll snip those off. This guy. And then my main branches, this is a really good stock. So she said cut about a third. 1, 2, 3. So what you want to do is you find the buds, and whatever way the buds are shooting out, that's where you want to snip it so that when it grows from the bud, it goes in the direction that you want it to go. So I think I want to do this bud right here because it's shooting this way. This is a pretty strong one also, and I would like branches to come this way. So I'm going to cut this one about right here. Make that a nice strong shoot. This one is kind of in the center. I'd rather keep those out on the outskirts. This one might be too low for future. We'll see how strong those ones are. Okay, so my video died when I was right in the middle of pruning the fruit trees. So I just thought I'd give you a quick recap. So basically what I did with the trees is I trimmed out all the wispy branches. I pruned back each branch about 1/3 of what it was, because that's what the nursery told me to do. I've cut back on this side, so all the branches are over on the outside going out. Same thing on this guy. The inside branches are trimmed, and these ones are going out this way. So eventually when it grows, it'll be a nice, big, mature tree. I cut off all the ones that were growing in the wrong directions as far as how I want my fruit trees to grow together. So I trimmed all those back. I hopefully cut back enough, but not too much. There was a few of them that were already starting to bud, and so I know you have to be careful, I guess, when they are already starting to bud. Like this one right here. You can see this is one of the plums. It's already got some buds starting, so hopefully we don't have any more cold frost days that we have to worry about it, because that's what happened to us last year and we lost all of them. So we had to replace them this year, and hopefully they thrive and do great. So yeah, that's our tree planting for this year. Hopefully we'll see a lot of growth. That way we know that they're doing well. That's our orchard planting for today, and see you next time.